No one thinks about their old hot water heater until they run out of hot water.
Oh, no.
Or until it starts leaking.
Oh, no.
If your tank water heater is over 8 years old, a leak could cost you a lot more than higher energy bills. Consider upgrading to a Navien tankless water heater. No tank to heat or leak. And endless hot water for spa-like comfort. All backed by Navien's strong warranty. Navien turns...
Oh, no.
...into...
Oh, yes.
Visit tanklessmadesimple.com.
Count on Navien.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Well, as you know, Seattle, we're excited for our new hockey team that's coming to town. And to celebrate pro hockey, coming to the Emerald City. Well, we've already come up with a jersey. They don't even have a team or colors yet. Doesn't matter. We've got the perfect color scheme, black.
Perfect name, the Rockers.
Yeah. Piped with red and yellow. These jerseys are customizable, too, so you can get one. You can show, hey, man, I am so stoked for hockey coming to Seattle. And you're going to get it. Get your name, get your number, whatever you want. The KISW Rock Hockey Jersey. Get it now at KISW.com.
Let's play Beat Migs.
It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a loser.
It is time to beat Migs. And it's time to pump it up for Monday. Yeah! Gotta pump it up. I need it too, man.
Yeah, you need it?
My car had a little slip up over the weekend, so yeah.
I thought you sounded different this morning.
Yeah, car. Well, really, because my car's got a problem.
Well, yeah, we talked on the phone earlier, and it seemed like you weren't on like the Bluetooth sort of thing.
Yes,
because she's on a bicycle riding to work.
Yeah.
I could hear the wind blush going through.
Yeah, see, now I know what you mean. Yeah.
Oh, your car's busted.
Yeah, I think it's just a hose issue, which has been a problem I've had for quite some time.
Usually happens with old age.
Hose. You're pulling a full Gary Ridgway. I'm like, you can't keep those bodies in the back of your car, BJ.
I did go in different area codes. Yeah. So, have you ever tried to drive without power steering? I mean, it was probably back in the day.
Oh, geez, yeah, it sucks.
Yeah. I mean, we used to not have power steering when I was a little kid, and I remember my dad was like, he would be.
So you found out while driving?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I have a power steering fluid leak, and so it was like, I hope I can make it home. But I was like, well, I know how old power steering used to work. It's easy to steer a vehicle without power steering when you're moving quicker.
Yeah.
It's just when you're like at a dead stop, it's like,
my first car did not have power steering.
Hey, congratulations.
Wow.
Not fun.
So, yeah.
So you gotta work out this weekend a little bit.
I'm telling you right now, my wife always said, do we need to get AAA? Why do we have to have AAA? I can't tell you how happy I was to have AAA. And I want to call my wife and go, look, if I use it once every 10 years, that is fantastic, because who wants to be on the side of the road? And they got there quick and
nice,
and took it up to Hyundai of Everett. And there, I'm so stoked because, I showed my wife I was right.
Through all of it, you proved her right.
I was right.
Good job. Let's get to our contestant today. We got Mike in Seattle to take on Steve. Mike, are you there?
Oh, yeah.
Nice. What's he playing for today, Steve?
Tickets to check out comedian Russell Peters. He's going to be at the Paramount Theater on February 10th. Go to KISW.com for all the details. If you want tickets, get them now. Ticketmaster.com.
All right, Steve, get out of here. For those playing at home, Mike will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Mike, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Okay.
All right. What is the most popular breed of dog in the United States?
Labrador.
Yes. How many tiles does each player pick at the start of Scrabble?
7.
Yes. Which planet in our solar system has the most oxygen?
Mars.
No.
Earth.
Yes.
Earth.
Keiko is the name of the whale that appeared in what 1993 film?
Free Willy.
Yes. What is the primary type of alcohol in the cocktail Mai Tai?
Vodka.
No.
Tequila.
No.
Rum.
Yes. A Derringer is typically what type of weapon?
A gun.
Yes. In Toy Story, Don Rickles voiced what well-known toy?
Mr. Potato Head.
Yes. Which bird is often associated with delivering babies?
The stork.
Yes. In what decade was the first Apple computer released?
70s.
Yeah, 70s, yes. Quasimodo is a fictional character from what novel?
Bell Tower. Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yes,
Nice.
and with that, Mike gets a perfect 10.
Wow.
Congratulations, Mike. Now let's play it up
Ran
a little
the
bit
table.
for Steve here.
All right.
See if he has a chance to tie.
Yeah. I mean, look, all it's in question now is me getting a song. That's
Yeah,
it.
right. I
That's all
know.
it's in.
Oh, hey, Steve.
Look who's back.
Ah, Steve. Man.
Hello.
You got your work cut out for you today, sir.
Oh, okay.
You see Mr. Fanboy over there? I saw a picture of him. I guess he's prominent in the WWE 24 New Orleans special.
What?
He's so fanboy, screaming he's like a crazy person. They got
Dude.
him.
Really?
Last night, after the Royal Rumble on the WWE Network, they had this WWE special called 24, where they kind of like pick whatever it is, and they spend 24 hours in the life of that thing. So they did it on New Orleans WrestleMania, which I was at with Kevin from Metal Shop.
Yeah.
And at the end, they had this big montage of the wrestlers all doing their thing, and then fans losing their minds. And there's a part towards the end where John Cena points to the crowd, and then it just shows me and Kevin looking like we're having the worst time. And by worst, I mean it looks like we both just had a moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's ridiculous, dude.
Fanboyed out.
Right. If you ever want to look up happiness in the dictionary, this picture would be it for me.
Nice.
Gross.
Wow. Well, he's right. It was kind of disgusting.
Yeah.
You ready, Steve? Well, you want to go down that road? It is kind of gross. I didn't mean that kind of happiness.
All right, you ready?
I want to get one yes.
All right, then, fine. Wow. What is the most popular breed of dog in the United States?
Oh, golden retriever.
No.
Labrador.
Yes. How many tiles does each player pick at the start of Scrabble?
7.
Yes. Which planet in our solar system has the most oxygen?
That would be Uranus, Rev.
No.
Earth.
Yes. Earth. Keiko is the name of the whale that appeared in what 1993 film?
Free Willy.
Yes. What is the primary type of alcohol in the cocktail Mai Tai?
Ooh, rum.
Yes. A Derringer is
Hate
typically
those.
what type of weapon?
A pistol.
Yes. In Toy Story, Don Rickles voiced what well-known toy?
Ooh, what?
In Toy Story, Don Rickles...
Buzz Lightyear.
No.
Jimmy.
No, Jimmy.
Jimmy. Fred.
No. Which bird is often associated with delivering babies?
Stork.
Yes. In what decade was the first Apple computer released?
70s.
Yes. Quasimodo is a fictional character from what novel?
The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yes. And Steve, you get 9 correct. And lose.
Yeah.
Mike got a perfect 10.
Good job, Mikey.
Oh, yeah.
Mike is throwing some shade your way, buddy.
Well, he won, so he deserves it.
All right, you hang on the line,
I got
Mike.
9 and I lost.
Yeah.
Shut up, BJ.
Oh, no. As a matter of fact, I know will not shut up, and I will do this.
Win's a win. Fortunately, it wasn't for Steve.
Stevie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Mike got the one that I knew you wouldn't get, which was Don Rickles voiced Mr. Potato Head.
Oh.
Keep that in mind, Steve, for your next attempt at a perfect 10.
Yeah, right. Congratulations.
Oh.
All right. Congratulations to Mike on beating Steve.
That's right, man. If you tie or beat Steve, that's how you get a prize. It's as simple as that on Beat Migs. So Matt LeBlanc, Joey was on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, and Jimmy asked him, said, hey, you know something, man, all your years doing Friends and everything else like that, and it's a question I would have more for, like, Star Trek people and science fiction people, man, because there's a lot of cool props. There's a lot of cool things, and I believe, like, if I ever worked on any of those sets, I would definitely steal some stuff. And so Matt was asked by Jimmy Fallon, said, hey, man, how about you? Did you ever take anything from the set of Friends, like the last season when you left?
in Joey and Chandler's apartment, we had the foosball table. I have the actual ball from the table, the foosball. I mean, I have it in my toolbox somewhere. Why it's in my toolbox somewhere. But I ended up with the foosball. And the other thing I took was, the Magna Doodle that was on the back of the apartment door. It always had things written on it. Well, so I clipped that at the end. And I couldn't fit the couch in my car, but but the Magna Doodle was cool because there was this one guy, Paul, on the crew, that he was the one that always drew whatever was on there. He wasn't one of the writers. He was one of the electricians on the show. He just happened to be the artist that kind of drew always something relevant to the story that week on the thing. So I stole it and gave it to him. So he's got it. So that was kind of cool.
Good for you. That's awesome. Yeah. That's great.
Could have sold it for a lot more.
It's true, man. There's a lot of stuff. I'm sure Vicky would pay some dough to get some of the stuff from the Friends cast.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'd want some of the mugs from Central Perk, also because I collect mugs, but I'd want the couch.
Yeah. The couch would be cool, yeah.
But
what about one of those ducks?
No, I don't want that.
Oh, fine.
What about the monkey?
Oh, the monkey I would take.
Haven't you always wanted a monkey?
The thing that's weird to me is I'm so used to hearing Joey's voice, and that kind of sounded like Joey mixed with Stallone.
Yeah, he was very
very
weird.
Deep.
He was, very deep, and he was also quite subdued. I'm not used to hearing him speak that way.
Yeah, he was pretty chill.
It's kind of like what you said when you heard Conan's podcast. It's like, whoa, is that how Conan normally speaks? Slower and not such a high pitch to his voice.
It's somebody just also sent me a message saying they listened to Conan's podcast and thought the exact same thing. They're like, which one's Conan O'Brien? It just didn't sound like him at all.
Yeah, now I haven't watched his new half-hour show, but I'd heard somebody, I read a review that said he's got more of an approach and of sound to his voice on his new show, just like on the podcast.
Oh, well, maybe he finally had a point where he's like, I'm sick of being this certain person.
Yeah.
And trying to force my voice to sound a certain way.
But man, I'm so used to Joey even being Joey, and I've watched a lot of things that Matt's been in, and he still has that same tone to his voice and the same cadence, all of that. He sounds so different in that interview. Wow.
Well, it's like even we think about Bubbles from the Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah.
And he has to have a fake voice.
You're right.
And it's probably wrecked his real voice. No different than he has to wear those crazy glasses and he doesn't have bad vision.
Dude, you are right that it wrecked his real voice because I've started watching that show from the beginning. I decided to go, let me see what they look like because it's almost 20 years that show's been on.
Yep.
Dude, Bubbles' voice is destroyed. I mean, the what Bubbles sounds like now, if you go back and watch season 1 of Trailer Park Boys, his voice is much higher pitched and less gravelly than it is in one of the recent episodes that I watched.
Yeah, I mean, even somebody, there's a Reddit thread about it. It's like, I noticed there's a huge difference from season 1 to season 12. And one person says, there's a 17-year difference. Another person says, Conky and the Green Bastard have taken a lot out of him.
Yep.
And then other people say, he drinks and smokes, and it also wrecks his voice. But yeah, I would imagine if you keep talking a certain way, your voice isn't supposed to sound like that.
Yeah, I was so surprised to hear how Bubbles sounded. Like, whoa, man! And I'm still. I think I'm only on season 6 of Trailer Park Boys, which is such great news because I have so many more episodes to watch.
I'm trying to think of obviously he did that where he had to take a couple of things before he walked out. Like if you were walking out of your job, like right now, let's just say today you decided, okay, I'm done, or the season was canceled of our fictional television show here at the radio station. What are you taking?
Well, I feel like I should take a microphone.
Yeah?
Don't I? I mean, that's been
you don't have to.
I mean, if I want to steal something and want to have something to remind me of my career, I've been talking into microphones for, a long time. I feel like that's what I should try to take is one of these microphones.
You should take the one you're using.
All right, fine. I thought if I took yours, I'd piss you off and get something I wanted. See,
fine. I'm not taking a microphone, so you can take mine.
All right, cool. How about you? What would you take?
I think I want that vending machine that I don't even know if we still have it. It might not even made the cut from the move where you hit a button and a Coors Light pops out of it.
Oh, yeah.
The Coors Light vending
hiding
machine.
somewhere.
The refrigerator?
I feel like it should be.
Yeah, I think somebody took it.
Now.
I think somebody took that. If it didn't make the move here, somebody's got it.
That thing, I think I'm walking out with the Pearl Jam signed Vitology gold record thing. That big plaque that we have.
That's a better thing than a stupid microphone.
I'm probably walking out with that bad boy because not only is it a cool Pearl Jam piece of memorabilia, but it's autographed.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing that would fetch some good money.
Yeah.
My microphone's.
I wouldn't sell it. I would put it on my wall.
Right.
All right. So would you tell me which wall and what the code is to get into your house? And I think
based on how things are in my house, it'd probably be in the garage.
Okay, perfect. Garages are easy to get into.
Yeah, man.
How about you, Vic?
Oh, I'm stealing the big KISW neon sign.
Oh,
yeah. That would great. Like, I would get a man cave just for that sign.
You guys really are stealing some cool stuff. I'm a really horrible thief.
Well, you took a microphone.
I know, but
nostalgic.
It's not that cool. You guys, I like yours better. How about you, Rev?
Probably that big old metal skull that somebody fabricated for us.
Oh, yeah.
With the light bulbs for the eyes.
Where is that skull?
It was around here somewhere.
I think it's still in the other studio.
Yeah, it's somewhere around here. It's just, I think, too heavy to hang.
Yeah. It's so huge and heavy.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool thing that a listener made for us. Danny V, what would you steal on your last day here?
The Green Day record thing that they have in the hallway.
I'm sure if you just took it, no one would even notice it's gone.
Wow, yeah. It's probably true, actually. I've wanted that thing for like 3 years now.
Oh, yeah. Well, you heard what happened. I mean, somebody broke in to our station, and they actually left us another Green Day record.
Wow.
Yeah.
See what you did there.
What the
Sorry, Billy. All right, so I have a question for you. Why would a 65-year-old man jump on the windshield of another man's car while that car's doing 70 miles per hour? Well, you're going to hear from that man at 7:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Well, this story doesn't surprise me since it comes from my home state of Massachusetts. Shocker. And, there was a dude named Richard involved in a road rage incident that led him to holding onto the hood of an SUV during a wild ride on the Massachusetts Turnpike, which is basically the other end of the I-90.
Okay.
Yeah, so Richard, he's 65 years old, got into a minor sideswipe crash with a man named Mark. And after an argument, Mark began to drive away, and Richard jumped onto his hood and held him on for about 3 miles at speeds of up to 70 miles per hour.
You said Richard's 65 years old.
Yeah, 65.
He's insane.
65, he's jumping on the hood of that car. Obviously, I imagine he's like, hey, you know what? I'm not letting you leave the scene. He's got disorderly conduct. That's Richard. Mark, though, he's got a lot of charges. Assault with a dangerous weapon, negligent driving, leaving the scene of an accident. So here he is, 65-year-old Richard, talking about why he was on the hood.
I just kept telling him, stop the car. He wouldn't stop. I thought he was going to run over me. And I don't think he stopped. He kept going fast, slow. Try to get me to slide off. I wasn't getting off the car.
Maybe just write down his license plate number. Just be like, you know what, I'll handle this with the authorities.
Yeah, that would be the way to go. But you know the Northeast, Steve.
No, I get it.
You know the Northeast.
65, really? This is what you're doing at 65 years old?
I do remember somebody was a little older than that, just leaning on the horn of somebody's car that he...
I don't know anybody in their 70s that would break into another person's car and then start honking their horn to get them to move their car.
Oh, you don't know of anybody?
No.
All right.
It surely would not be my father.
No, it wouldn't be him. No.
He wouldn't jump on someone's car, though.
Are you sure? Are you sure about that?
Nowadays, no, because his legs hurt.
Okay.
So he wouldn't have the hops to do it.
Yeah.
10 years ago,
yeah, probably.
Can't guarantee that.
It's the lukewarm topic of the day.
10 years ago, he would have been 65.
Yeah, he would have done it.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, this dude clings to the SUV windshield during a 70-mile-per-hour road rage incident as he's up to 70 miles per hour. Some of these speeds, he's clinging to his car, road rage style. Based on this, we want you to finish this sentence. While driving, I can't believe I saw blank. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Finish this sentence. While driving, I can't believe I saw blank. We'll take your calls and your texts after the Chili Peppers on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. So hard to believe somebody from Massachusetts got into a little road rage incident where they clung on, basically grabbed the windshield of an SUV and just stayed on it while they were driving on I-90 at up to 70 miles per hour, and this 65-year-old dude wouldn't let go. Just insane. And based on this, we're going to finish this sentence. While driving, I can't believe I saw blank. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Justin in Puyallup, you are on the Rock.
Good morning, everybody.
Yeah, Justin, what you got for us today, bud?
So, just a little bit of the context. My buddy and I were in the military station in Fort Polk, Louisiana, and we're heading to New Orleans to go watch the Rolling Stones Blizzard Lounge tour. So we're all psyched up, and we're driving down the highway. We hit 10, and we're driving my Jeep, and the guy, he's tapping me, he's pointing to the side, and his truck goes past us, and it's a pickup truck with where the back bed is missing. It's just like platform on the back. And there's 5 or 6 guys standing on there, and they got like these straps wrapped around their waist and tied to the thing, but they're only wearing Confederate flag boxer shorts. They're all wearing boots, and they're jamming on banjos as they drive down the highway.
Wow.
It's an image that I will never forget. And every time I watch Mad Max, I just hear banjos playing.
Do you think they were like shooting a music video or something?
No, there was nobody out. There was just
they're just jamming.
Rednecks having fun, I guess.
That is so bizarre. It's
practice spaces are expensive.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I thought about that. There we go. You know, there is something, though, about certain states in our country where they just go, why do we have to have a seatbelt law? Why do we have to have a helmet law? And why can't we just play banjos in the back of a pickup?
Why can't our music venues have wheels to them?
Yeah, come on.
That would be fun, though, to be able to be on the... I mean, I would want to be really fully strapped down, but to be able to be on the back of, like, a truck and just jam on the drums as they're driving. Yeah. I would love to do that.
See, that would be fun. As much as we might want to make fun of those guys, I think we all want that opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be like today's news at 6 o'clock. Some guy flies off of a pickup truck while on the drums.
Oh man, dude! I just even the guy clinging to the truck. I mean, I'd like to try that one time because it seems so badass. Like every yeah. I mean, I'd like to. I know I would destroy myself, but because it's every show I watch as a kid. You know, every detective star of the show at one point jumped on the hood of a car while it was driving. Every superhero movie, there's always a scene where if there's a chase scene, you know that someone's going to jump on the. It's always the cool scene.
All right, let's recreate it. For your safety, we'll go 7 miles per hour. And I've got on my phone, my video editor, I could do 10 times the speed, and I'll just speed it up.
That's a great idea.
Boom, there you are, going 70 miles per hour.
Yeah, nice. That's so badass. That's awesome.
How about this texture says, I used to drive to Lacey for work. I drove by a white van once with a guy driving. He had a chimpanzee in the passenger seat holding a newspaper like he was reading it. That was a double take moment from Dave.
One of the craziest things I've ever seen was this little old lady, you know, you could see the like curly white hair old lady was driving the wrong way on I-5 near the trestle in Everett. And it was just all of us like had slowed down, and she's not even going fast. She's just driving along, going the wrong way. I immediately called 911. They're like, no, yeah, we got this. Like there, a million people had been calling in. I don't know what ended up happening to her. I just went on my way. I did not want to get hit by her.
Yeah.
Gosh, it's just you know.
Why? How?
Not on a freeway. I've never done that. I've driven, obviously in Seattle. If you're in a new city and you don't know the one-way roads, I've done that.
But I've seen some people, even right by our work, where I get onto I-5, it's a one-way street, and you see somebody trying to make that turn. I'm watching, like, don't make the turn, don't make the turn. I'm even like kind of giving them the honk, and they're still doing it, and they almost. Luckily, I haven't seen an accident, but sometimes people just assume everything's a two-way street, and they just boom, they're going into a one-way street, and it's nuts.
And you kind of have to look both ways. Like by where we used to work, there's like it's two-way and then it becomes a one-way.
Yeah.
And usually one of the roads goes into the freeway. For some reason I decided I'm going to look to the left, and there was a car coming the wrong way, like on the lane I was about to turn into.
Oh!
It's like, okay, you have to be extra cautious because there are idiots out there. Or people who just don't know.
Even in our parking garage, I ran into a guy almost hit me going the wrong way in our parking garage. I don't even know how he was able to do that because I was going towards the entrance.
Takes talent to be that stupid.
I was going towards the entrance. It was right near the entrance where you pay to get out, and I'm driving around the corner of the right to get to that entrance, and here's a guy coming at me, and I'm like, how the hell did you even pull this off? How did you get here? Did he come in when somebody went out? But I'm looking, and he's just luckily it's big enough that you can get by.
Is he driving the minnow?
Yeah, but he just had this Gilligan look like, and I'm like,
I don't know what you're saying.
I know, right?
he was happy as ever, and I'm looking at him going, dude, you are so going the wrong way. There's no way this is going to end well for you. There's no way. I don't even know. Like, I hope you can turn around. It's because it's not the widest area.
The only thing I could think of when I saw recently that I thought was pretty funny, it must have been the guy's last day on the job because he just had it. You know those sign flipper guys?
Yeah.
So the guy was doing it, and I think he just had like a moment of clarity. And I was watching him, and I wish I had a video running. He just chucked the thing at the building that he must be doing the signs for. Like he just threw it in that direction and just walked.
Yeah. Whoa.
He was done.
He was just done. He was doing a sign flip thing, and then it was almost like a moment of clarity where he was just like, I don't want to do this anymore. And he just threw, I'm glad he threw it towards like the building and not towards the cars.
Oh, that's wild. Because, those guys always look happy, even though they're not.
Right.
But, boy, to see him
cold out.
To see him break character and go, okay, this is it.
Yeah, what am I doing with my life right now?
Damn.
I can find a better job that's indoors.
Wow.
So he just chucked it.
Mine was always in high school because we were just dumb. We used to have firework wars as we were driving down the street.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, we'd get more points if we could get him into the other car's window, and we'd just be shooting Roman candles at each other. It was great.
And this is how forest fires start, kids.
How are you still alive?
I don't know. We weren't the smartest kids. I don't condone that at all whatsoever. I look back on it now, and I know I was dumb. But that's what we used to do. Just go buy a bunch of Roman candles and try to make hoops into the other people's windows.
Knowing is half the battle.
Yeah.
At least now you know you're dumb.
I think there's something in the pizza. That's what the problem is.
I mean, it's either meth or fireworks in New Mexico. So,
Yes.
you picked right, I guess.
How about Ashley in Edenville just texted, said just a few weeks ago, I can't believe that my fiance and I saw a woman on the side of the road in Spanaway just drop her pants and start dropping a deuce like no one else was there.
Wow, now we're hearing way too many stories of public deuce dropping.
Well, it's Spanaway, that's kind of a prerequisite.
Oh, it
to live
is?
in Spanaway.
Oh, I didn't realize
to
Spanaway.
use the streets as a bathroom.
I do it once in Kent, and you think that everyone's doing it all the time. Come on.
You have a reason, though, man. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't stop yourself.
Somebody said they saw a lady eating a panda bowl with chopsticks. I'd imagine that person was driving.
Oh. No, don't eat anything with chopsticks while you're driving. As a matter of fact, just don't eat anything.
That's like super cereal. Stop doing that, guys.
Yeah. If you need a utensil to eat while driving, you shouldn't be driving. I'm not saying eating a hamburger is a smart thing to do, but at least, you can do that with one hand.
Even still, though, man, that is so distracting when someone drops something on them because that's going to happen when somebody drops something. It's got to be bite-sized, man. You got to get sliders.
Like chicken nuggets.
Or chicken nuggets, I'll take that.
But you can't use the dipping sauce then.
Well, if you put it in a plate,
but you risk making a mess all over your pants.
If you put it, I don't care what you do to your pants as long as you can keep your eye on the road. I don't care. As a matter of fact, keep both eyes on the road. I think that's a good idea.
I know your daughter's in the room.
Oh, really? Well, I wonder if she's going to be the story or she saw something.
Oh, Sarah. Oh, hey. I saw something. This was actually pretty recently. I saw a lovely lady pleasing her man.
No.
Yes.
Oh, no.
And it wasn't just like I was driving by them. It was like in traffic. So I would pull up to them, pass them, see it, and then they would pass me, and then I would look again, and I'm like, that's for sure happening. So I passed him like 4 times, and like by the last time he looked at me, the guy, driving, get him,
you want in?
Yeah, and I was like, okay.
Ride shotgun, baby?
Yeah, you want to come in next? And I was like, okay, I got to stop looking now. Like, I got to take my exit and just
Once you make
leave.
eye contact, it's weird.
It's
so
very
weird.
Because at first you're like, is that really? Maybe she just
Did he
dropped
smile
something.
at you?
Oh yeah. Oh, he was having a great time. But I was like, did she just drop something in his lap or something? I'm like, no, I think that that's happening.
At no
good
point,
on them.
and she just was down there the whole time.
Yeah, the whole time. Didn't even come up for air. Which
What
is
time
impressive.
of day was this?
It was like 5 p.m.
Oh,
so
okay.
it was like
It's okay if it's 5 p.m.?
happy hour time.
Yeah, happy ending hour.
Exactly.
I remember seeing that, like someone in front of me, and you could kind of see the guy's driving, everything's fine, and all of a sudden a head pops up. And you're just like, either that person took a nap,
right?
Or they were just going to town.
Yeah, where did they come from? You didn't even see them in there.
Right.
Until they're like, hello.
Yeah,
that's why you're in the carpool lane. Oh, it's fair.
Makes sense.
I'm too self-conscious. I'm just too self-conscious to do that. If I made eye contact with someone and they knew that's what was going on, I'd be so embarrassed.
But if you're willing to do that, you probably aren't the type of person that would feel embarrassed by
See, here's the thing. When I was younger, Steve, I was willing to do anything to get any kind of action. So that was the problem. The push-pull of my own embarrassment and the fact, well, dude, when are you going to get this opportunity again?
Right.
Especially before you're married. And now, I don't know. Now people are, I think, a little bit more free about having sex. But when I was a teenager and in my early 20s, you had to work for it because it wasn't acceptable for a woman just to have sex with anybody. It started to become okay, but it still was on the fringes of like, a lady would never do that, let alone having sex in a moving vehicle. So if that came up, as it were, it would be tough because it'd be like, yeah, I do, but I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
And I know which my battle would win. I probably would give in to my hormones.
Well, yeah, you gotta go, when am I going to get this opportunity?
Now, though,
cruise control, baby.
Wow.
Well, these days with these cars, they drive themselves.
These cars, they do everything today.
They'll be fine.
They'll have cars that you don't even need anybody to have a good time.
Climb the seat back, enjoy the ride.
They'll be like a special attachment. Cars drive you to work and drive you home.
How about the section I was on I-5 South near Tacoma Mall? I saw a guy taking care of himself in the vehicle in the lane next to me. It was a horrible commute day.
Yeah, that's another thing. Nobody needs to see that there. That's just...
Yeah.
You think someone's got a fetish or it just does it for him to be in traffic and know that people can see him?
I think they might have just been tired. I hear that's a good way to keep away.
I was about to say, I'm like, as long as you don't get to where you need to go, so to speak, you stay awake.
Yep.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, just stoke the fires, as it were.
Yeah, just keep things moving.
Oh, wow. See, I usually think I can. So you guys really have to work the equipment to get there, like to get the energy boost?
No, I have never done that. That would be an interesting last resort. I typically have a bag of candy in my car if I get tired.
I usually slap myself.
Yeah, I have done that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have done that.
I've done it a couple times.
Boy,
have you ever done it? You roll the windows down?
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes even yelling helps. I'm like, roll the window down. I'm like, I just
I wish I was watching you do that.
Right, imagine someone pulls up next to you and sees this.
Yeah.
What is wrong with this guy?
And by the way, the face you were using as you were doing that, Steve, yeah, that was horrific. Wow.
I think I'd rather see someone take care of themselves.
Yeah, I think I would too at that point. We got a guy that saved a woman's life, all because of a 10-year-old episode of The Office. Yeah, this is pretty awesome. I'll tell you about it at 7:47.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Travis, if you're upside down in your mortgage, should you continue to make the payment?
Continuing to pay your mortgage or not is a complex decision because you're going to have to pay to live somewhere. You're going to have a housing payment. So continuing to make your house payment really depends on several factors. One is whether or not you have a second mortgage. The second one is how affordable your ongoing monthly mortgage payment is. Another issue is whether your mortgage is adjustable and you're facing an increase in your mortgage payments later on when interest rates go up. If you do have a second mortgage in this economy with the housing prices being down, oftentimes we can take off or strip off that second mortgage in a Chapter 13 case so that you'd only have the first mortgage to continue to pay.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.
I'm Erin Ryan, political commentator, comedy writer, and host of Crooked Media's Hysteria.
And I'm co-host Alyssa Mastromonaco, former White House Deputy Chief of Staff for President Obama.
Each week on Hysteria, we are joined by a team of hilariously opinionated ladies to discuss the headlines from the serious to the absurd.
We cover everything from reproductive rights to rom-coms and break down the political news of the week and cultural stories that affect women's lives.
New episodes of Hysteria drop every Thursday. Listen on Odyssey, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.